Welcome back, everyone, to 2017 World Championships. We're going to be back once again with Day 3, but that game 2 was just absolutely insane.
Yep, it was. And I'm just still thinking about it while we just did our intro. I'm like, is that possible?
We're trying to use our semi-KR calculators in our heads to make that happen, but it just doesn't work out. We still don't understand why IDEP stood still. The only reason they did that is that
we understand.
Knew.
It's just
they
that
knew.
Yeah, we don't understand how they knew.
I know.
Like to calculate all the way down to the 10,000s damage. We're definitely gonna ask them how or who actually calculated it.
Yeah.
Who gave the order for Doug and Kang to just stay away as long as possible. But that was amazing and very, very unfortunate for Bad. Like as we were casting, we thought Bad Intentions had it in the bag.
Definitely.
But I guess that's not the case.
And the more surprising fact of the matter is staying still and hugging the wall, which they did near that last 5 to 6 seconds, was the correct choice to do.
Yeah.
Because if they went in aggressively and maybe taking the damage on the other end from Bad Intention, that 10,000 difference would have gone against them.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was a correct choice by IDES, but how they came up with that correct choice was just beyond me.
Yeah, that is. And now we have Thankyou from Taiwan versus Bad Intentions, and this is going to be the loser's match. And the loser of this match is eliminated.
We're going to get our first eliminated team from Day 3. It could be either the Taiwanese team, Thankyou9527, and it could be either the European side of Bad Intentions. So I don't know. I'm still trying to cast, but I'm still ahead.
I think it's time for us to move on.
We have to move on.
Yeah, it's
okay,
time.
So
it's time for you to move on. I've moved on, and I am ready for Thankyou versus Bad Intentions. And regardless of who wins or loses, it's just I always feel so sad when a team, especially during Worlds, gets eliminated and gets sent home, or eliminated from the tournament. They probably don't go home right away, but yeah, when they get eliminated, I feel so bad because I know every single team that's participating in Worlds has prepared for this tournament, and especially the teams that got eliminated on the first day, I really, really hope that they practice and they come back stronger next year.
Now, relatively speaking here, Thankyou9527 had the worst game in terms of going on this first game of Day 3. They lost out in a 4-0 clean sweep, whereas the side of Bad Intentions, they went to potentially the full set with being even a 1-1 with the tag. Deciding it all for either team was the case for the second match. So Thankyou9527 could not even get one single win throughout Day 3. So in order to stay alive, they have to get at least a few wins. And it still will be a best of 4, so it could be decided in an instant. But Bad Intentions, as you see on the screen, these 3 guys have done a lot better relatively when it comes to going up against your first opponent, which was IDEPS. They put up a good fight in the single, getting 1-1 even until Game 3 came through, and that confusing. And we're going to move on from it, but it was confusing as to how they lost that one. But all in all, Bad Intentions having a little bit better performance compared to Thankyou in Day 3. Let's see who gets the win right here. Gonna be the first match with Wu Yanbin on the Summoner versus Tena on that Warlock.
Yep, and we are ready because it just seems like all 6 players are good. But from Thankyou, I always remember seeing Wu Yanbin Summoner do all the things that he needs to do and more. Same goes for Tena. He does pull out that crazy burst damage, knocking out his opponents in an instant. And we do have the 2 star players from each team going at it.
We're going to go on to Game 1 between Thankyou from Taiwan versus Bad Intentions from Europe to see who gets that first point in this best of 4. Stay on. Not many times do we see 4 warriors really trying to pick out a win here. The cat and the familiar, very much warriors as well.
And there we go. Tenna's making his first move without the familiar. And there we have the familiar spawn. And he already got rid of 30% to 40% health.
And that was only after Weonbin had to heal some of that damage back, but it was initially 50% damage going through. Time distortion will come through.
Yep, and he will make
another
his
series of damage from Tenna. This time he won't be able to heal back as much as he did the first.
Another
third series of aerial from
and
Tenna.
He is out of escapes, and that Tether Blade lands once again.
He doesn't miss a skill.
Yep.
Tenna.
He doesn't. And why? Did you just see him?
Yeah, he was laughing at him.
He was laughing, but it just seems more like he is happy that he got the first win, and we have Ryuki on the side, being happy with him.
I mean, I don't know if that's just being him be happy. There's something way more emotional about that laugh there. Tenna, he's really has a lot of pride for himself because of how successful he was in Europe. So that same type of performance. I mean, we've seen this image so many times in Europe. We just didn't think it would happen in Worlds. Once it came to the big stages, but here he is, at least for the singles.
Yep.
Doesn't miss a skill and just gets him into the aerial as soon as his opponent comes down.
Yeah. And just remember, this is still best out of 4, and it's the loser's match, which means if a team loses, they are eliminated, and that's probably why Tenna was laughing or smiling or was being joyful, because he got that first win pretty easily for his team.
They're going to game 2 where they see Banten just can continue over that. We haven't seen Luki many times in the singles. By the way, Tenna wanted to let me know to tell you guys that Ryuki, the assassin for Banten, has never lost a single for this entire Worlds 2017.
Actually, no, that is untrue. I think he was talking about against IDEPS, because he did lose to the Russian team and he had that phase.
Game 4,
so
yes.
Tenna was talking about against IDEPS, and they were very proud of Ryuki not losing a singles. Bad Intentions actually not losing singles against a Korean team. And now Luki will be going up against a Destroyer, the 2 spinning classes.
So I'll ask Tenna for a reconfirmation. Very broad term for him, but it will be Luki, not Ryuki, going for Bad Intentions for game 2 against Sudong Shan, the Destroyer for Thankyou9527. Let's get it on. I told you many times before ending, Luki is one of those guys, just hides behind the corners, but when the time is right, he makes his presence felt. But we haven't seen him that many times in singles. It's mostly Ryuki and Tenna coming out for the side of Bad Intentions, but this time they do send him out. What he does against Destroyer, Sudong Shan.
All right, there we go. We have Luki using his second win first, but the Destroyer actually took the damage.
Yeah, he's gonna go for damage without that tab escape available from Luki.
He's getting punished.
Another stun coming through.
All right, there we go with the flock of plays. Now Luki is out of all escapes.
Okay, Sudong Shan on counter back at this effort. Still 5 seconds left in the second win for Luki, so has to be careful, but he's still right up front to the Destroyer.
Tried to get some of that Dragon Tongue landing. There we go with tab.
Win right away.
That knockdown will give him the opportunity, and now the Destroyer only has his persistence. Luki has to do as much damage as he can. Oh, that
another stun, and this might be enough to finish him off.
Oh no!
Will it be though? And that will be Sudong Shan picking it off.
The reflect wins the Destroyer the game.
Really does.
Wow.
And Sudong Shan from the side of Thankyou making it even at 1-1. Luki could not get it done. He was, for all those 35 seconds that he was on cooldown with that tab escape, he was up front. It's still fighting against the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just his playstyle, but just turned out to him to be a very aggressive type of play that was risky against him.
Yeah, the things happening against the Destroyer is probably, the biggest problem for Luki in this matchup. And, Luki did have the advantage later on when, the Destroyer was out of gust. But he got too hasty and didn't calculate or didn't consider the dink. And when that happened, that deflect happened, that was it for Luki. And now it is tied 1-1. it will be the last match, match 3, the last tag match for either one of the teams.
We'll be back once again. Bad Intentions have been in this position before. Did that with items just in this previous series. But the result that we all know so well. We moved on from it, but it was a shocking loss for the side of Bad Intentions in the end. So they want to forget about that and move on from that as well, because they know, along with Thankyou, that this match will decide who will get eliminated from Day 3 portion of Worlds 2017.
Yep, and we do have a Destroyer, Blade Master, and a Summoner on the Taiwanese side, and we have Assassin, Warlock, and the Blade Master on
Blade Masters. Yeah, we're
two
gonna get
Blade
Blade Masters
yeah.
on the same game.
We haven't
Very,
seen
very
that in a while.
uncommon. Especially not in Korea, because we have probably 1 or 2 Blade Masters that we're only aware of, but other than that, you see these guys for the first time. See how the Blade Master mirror match, if it does come forth, see how that goes.
Yep, and they were only 10k behind IDEP, so, you know, I'm pretty sure Bad Intentions has that confidence still going up against Thankyou right now. Not saying that Thankyou is bad, it's just, you know, the Bad Intentions had the most recent gameplay against a very strong team. Even though they lost, it was through a TKO and only 10k damage difference. So, you know, I'm pretty sure Bad Intentions has that hype and has that adrenaline still going for them.
That confidence really should not turn into an overconfidence and a little bit of arrogance there, as that will backfire against the entire side of Bad Intentions. So, whether they can control that emotion and get a win, or whether it'll be Thankyou9527 getting a win for Taiwan, we'll have to find out in this final match. Let's get it on. This will be the last match between Taiwanese side, Thankyou9527. Could be Europeans, Bad Intentions, being their last match of Worlds 2017.
The first
matchup, get a win here.
The first matchup is a repeat of that singles, and
the
Summoner is taking a lot of damage.
result is a repeat. Seems like deja vu once again for Wu Yanbin. He's seen this happen before. Happened in game 1 where he was annihilated.
Ooh!
From start to finish. Force out a attack right away,
look
but
at Tena going all out!
Tena, he didn't like how the last series ended, and he just wants to single-handedly finish off this team. On his way now,
Wow.
Sudong-shan will be able to tag out though.
Oh, he does
Oh,
tag
it
out.
goes to Wu Yanbin though. That's the wrong tag out. I think they should have gone on to Yahweh on that tag. Didn't have time to switch, and that is a crucial mistake over the side of Thankyou, and that was gonna be crucial near the end of the game. Already not even 1 minute passing the game, and that wrong tag out just allowed an easy kill towards the side of Bad Intentions.
Yeah, the Taiwanese team definitely lined up wrong, and you know, Wu Yanbin coming out with like 15% health just gets knocked out before 1 minute.
Sudong-shan,
Okay.
10%. I mean, obviously they're not throwing, but just result-oriented speaking here.
Yep. The
Everything
results are
seems
showing,
like
and
mistake.
look at this.
Second man will be knocked off.
This is the last match.
Yahweh is not even coming for the interfere. What is he doing? He's gonna die off Sudong-shan if he's knocked up in the 1 minute and 30-second mark.
Yeah, 2 players getting knocked out before 2-minute mark.
Finally comes in, but Tena's gonna be knocked off.
Yeah,
but no, Tena's gonna be killed by the interfere coming in from Luki.
And
but
he's still
now
doing damage.
Tena is not even going out. He's just still sticking around, putting the damage
Time
with
distortion.
that 5% damage he has.
So little health, but he's still
He's just
alive.
tag out. No,
Here we go with
Tena just toying with him now. He knows how much little health he has, but just wants to finish on his own. Now brings Ruki for the first time in this match just to casually finish off. What a tragedy for Thankyou9527. This is not the way they want to play their last game in Worlds 2017, but I mean, even the side of Bad Intentions looks a little bit confused on how that turned out, but unless we get a confirmation from a producer that something was wrong with the way that Thankyou9527 had to do, you know, outside of their own decisions they made on their computers.
Yeah.
It just seems like a surprising, a very shocking loss for Thankyou9527, and there you go. The banner is up.
All
Bad
right.
Intentions will get the win, and they will move on to the next round.
Yeah, it just seemed like some of the tag mistakes. Yeah, like you never see in this tournament, like World Championships, you don't see the wrong lineups. You don't line up the wrong way and come out with like 5% health when you have a Blade Master on your team with 100% health. And that is what happened. And Woo Bin got knocked out even before the 1 minute mark. Right here, we're gonna see it soon.
There you go. Woo Bin is lined up as the second man up. So if you tag out right here, you will be sending a Woo Bin, but they had way enough time to send Yahweh into that second man lineup. And you send none other than the squishy summoner with 15% health as an immediate just emergency tag out.
And it would have made more sense if the Blade Master, let's say the summoner does come in, but the Blade Master comes in right away to support, and that didn't even happen. So it was kind of a unique way, and it did not work out for them if they planned that tag out on purpose for some reason. It definitely did not work out. It definitely backfired on them, and it seems like after the match they are talking about it, but now it is too late.
I think even the producer is telling us that nothing is going to be wrong for this case, and we might even go to commercial break because everything is over. Thankyou9527, despite their good efforts they put on into entire day 3, how they showed from day 1 and day 2 onwards, they will be eliminated in the worst of fashion. But none other than that, still good job to those guys for making it this far. But we are going to go to the commercial break, and we're back. One of the last matches coming up.